From world events to Washington and New York City, here's your concise world update for Thursday, December 4th. Israeli officials confirmed that the body returned from the Gaza Strip a day earlier was Subdisek Rinthalak, a Thai agricultural worker who would come to Israel to support his family. The European Union has scaled back its proposal to use frozen Russian assets to fund a major loan package for Ukraine, a move aimed at easing Belgian concerns and preserving flexibility for a potential US-led peace plan. Peru's electoral authorities will begin providing bulletproof vests to presidential candidates ahead of April's elections, following a rise in attacks on political figures. Yemen's Houthi rebels on Wednesday released the mariners they had been holding since a July attack on the cargo ship in the Red Sea, an assault that killed at least 4 crew members and sank the vessel. President Donald Trump's name has been added to the sign outside the United States Institute of Peace in Washington, where he is set to host the presidents of Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo on Thursday for the signing of a U.S.-brokered peace agreement. Federal agents began fanning out across New Orleans on Wednesday as the Trump administration launched its latest nationwide immigration enforcement sweep, targeting non-citizens accused of violent crimes. A U.S. Air Force F-16 fighter jet from the elite Thunderbirds demonstration team crashed in the Southern California desert on Wednesday, but the pilot safely ejected and survived. Richard Pazder, who became the FDA's top drug evaluation official last month, is preparing to retire just weeks into the job. House Financial Services Chair French Hill said the housing package must have Biden from his committee. A small group of GOP women have been among the most vocal in raising what their colleagues say is a broader frustration with the Speaker, including what they describe as a dismissive culture toward women in the House. President Donald Trump on Wednesday pardoned Texas Democratic Representative Henry Cuellar and his wife, wiping away federal bribery and conspiracy charges. Mike Lindell, the MyPillow CEO and prominent promoter of false claims about the 2020 election, filed paperwork on Wednesday to run for governor of Minnesota. New York lawmakers on Wednesday unveiled legislation that would create a protective buffer zone around religious institutions, aiming to curb aggressive demonstrations and intimidation directly outside their entrances. New York State Senator James Skoufis plans to introduce legislation to move the state's 2028 presidential primary to Super Tuesday, a change that could significantly reshape the early stages of the Democratic White House race. Jamie Torres Springer, a top MTA executive, is being considered for a major role in the incoming administration. Police in Manhattan are investigating a possible arson attack after a suspected Molotov cocktail was thrown into a West Village storefront early Wednesday. Representative Tom Swozey has renewed his push for U.S. intervention in the case of a Jewish man imprisoned in Iran for going to son's bar mitzvah. U.S. stocks ended higher on Wednesday, lifted by growing expectations that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates next week, even as a drop in Microsoft shares limited the market's gains. Tariffs, which have increased costs for sourcing materials, continue to weigh on U.S. producers. From the Middle East to Wall Street, you're up to date. Want the news that matters straight to your inbox every morning? Don't miss out. Sign up for the JP News email today.